From their gear, they were hoping to capture someone.
Probably me. Sorry about that. Though, if you'd broken a sweat, I'd be sorrier.
You sent us the message about the Salarian Ark?
Yes, Major Salin Varn, STG, retired, of course.
What's STG?
Special Tasks Group. Back home, we were field agents who gathered intelligence and handled inconveniences.
By any means necessary. Even assassination.
If you prefer. As I said, these days I stick with retiree.
Espionage is a job that follows you home. Or across galaxies.
Until there's nothing for it but to grow a conscience. Let's be frank. There are too many inconsistencies aboard our Ark. They only make sense if someone betrayed us to the Kett. My best suspect is a biologist, Dr. Adden, but the evidence is thin. I need a Pathfinder to verify what I've found, or I risk arresting an innocent man.
Who's Adden? Why would he betray his Ark?
An ex-military biologist from the early wake-up team on our Ark. He claims to be studying the Kett. As for why, I intend to ask him.
Couldn't Reka help you solve this?
I trust Reka implicitly, but I can't say the same for her team. You're obviously trustworthy. If you were involved, you wouldn't have saved our Ark in the first place.
All right, I'm in. How do we catch your traitor?
I only have 2 leads left. Dr. Adden's equipment and a Kett who might be his handler. I need you and your Sam to analyze them. If we show Dr. Adden's in regular contact with the Kett, that would prove he's the one.
What if the evidence doesn't implicate Adden?
If I'm really that rusty, I suppose I'd have to start over from scratch. Remember, Dr. Adden's equipment and his Kett contact. This has to be watertight. Good luck.
Bold, eh? Good God, really? Sent me here for a conversation just to send me to Bold. Probably the worst part about Havarl is that they're, well, I guess it's not like a huge thing, but like in any other planet, you can just hop in the Nomad and immediately board the Tempest. Like you don't have to worry about fast traveling, whereas here you have to fast travel to the Tempest and then depart on it. But like I said, it's not like a huge deal because fast traveling is rather fast, so.
Leaving Havarl. Bridge is yours, Pathfinder.
Let's see how long. I'm trying to remember this mission, but I honestly can't. So like I think I'll just continue and we'll finish this mission so that, because I'd rather have it where the next part we go to Meridian.
The crew is ready to discuss how to approach the Remnant City, Pathfinder.
Yeah, in un momento, por favor. First things first, we gotta head over to Bold. I am really excited to get to this game. Oh, and for those wondering, I know that for a few parts there, I've been talking about what I was gonna play once this game was over, because like I said, I wanted to keep these days as games I had already played and had a bunch of information in that on, but Assassin's Creed Valhalla coming out soon. Have it pre-ordered. In fact, if we look, oh no, it's not there. It used to be there because I tried turning it on because it downloaded an update or something. I thought that like I got it early somehow. But either way, pre-ordered. So, you know, ready to go as soon as it's released, which is...
Approaching the LZ.
Because I know something, I want to say that Watch Dogs came out on the 22nd and Valhalla comes out on the 11th, maybe? But either way, if it does come out on the 11th, it'll be, you know, because we should be finishing this. If we do truly only have 2 missions left, like I think we do, they should be the next part and the part after, and then we should be done. And if that's the case, until Assassin's Creed comes out,
Don't think that ice is for slushies.
I will, I'll just fill in these, oh, look at that, I can fast travel right next to that one. I can fill in these time slots with just something else. I mean, I don't know what it will be. I may very well just like play some Fallout because that's what I'm playing in my off time right now. And I have no intention of doing a Fallout Let's Play, so...
Phoebe, the rest of the team and I have agreed not to ride you about Kalinda.
That's okay. It's not a sore subject anymore.
I guess we're going in here. Just until, you know, Valhalla comes out, and then I can play that for videos.
Environment check.
That's weird.
Temperatures are within acceptable parameters.
Because, yeah, I know that, like, obviously it's not a game that I've played before, have very much information on. I know there's settlements, which makes me excited. When a lot of other people probably heard settlements were going to be in Assassin's Creed, they probably cringed horribly.
This must be Dr. Aden's workspace. The one the STG agent is investigating.
Okay. What's with the, this guy?
You, the Pathfinder. Is it true? Can you talk to the old machines?
You mean the Remnant?
I'm no threat to them. Never have been. Tell them to stop hurting me.
Did they injure you, or just chase you off?
They chased me, and I slipped on the ice. That hurt.
Why would the Remnant come after you?
I dig for useful things around the pillars. Good tech. Machines always left me alone until now.
You were misinformed. I can't actually talk to the Remnant. Even if I could, I don't think they'd listen.
Well, good are you then? Thanks for nothing.
I mean, it's the same as talking, really, to anything else, right? I mean, you can talk to something, doesn't mean they'll fucking listen to you. Am I talking to this chick here?
What you found at John Inc. was amazing, Pathfinder. We'll be able to excavate the city, reclaim our lost history. These recent victories against the Kett have opened so many possibilities. Rebuilding, even expansion. There is a place for your people in this, if you desire. I'd like to extend a formal welcome, as steward of Techix.
I appreciate your generosity.
I am being practical. Many feel our peoples are stronger together than apart. With the vault reactivated, the conditions on Vold will improve with time. At least, that is the hope. I will leave you to it then, Ryder. Welcome home.
I won't disturb you further.
I mean, that's definitely something I probably should have talked to her, like, way earlier, but I didn't really explore very much of Techix. Oh.
This equipment has been sterilized with a standard radioisotope. There are trace elements of biomaterial that could be consistent with exaltation pods.
Or they could be leftovers from Aden's experiments.
Now, I don't remember how this one goes. Like, I don't know if we actually find evidence on the guy, or if we just find, like, circumstantial stuff where it's like, and then we have to decide whether or not he's guilty. I don't know. It's been too long since I've played this game. This is also one of the few games where I probably remember just as much about, like, every part of the game. Like, there's a lot of games where, like, I started them multiple times, so, like...
Phoebe, quid pro quo.
Yeah, sure. You're sorry for jumping down my throat when I apologize for jumping down your throat. All good.
The truth is, I really like you.
Kett! Let's get a scan.
Anyway, cut off that conversation quickly, but either way, like, there's a lot of games where, like, I started them multiple times, but I only ever finished them a couple times, you know? Like, if I were to do pretty much any, like, if I was to do, let's say, Resident Evil 4, right? Not that I plan on...
Dr. Aden's contact.
Not that I plan on doing Resident Evil 4, but if I were to do Resident Evil 4, right? Like, that's a game that I've started quite a few times, but I've only ever finished, like, twice, I think. Like, I started it a bunch of times on the GameCube and never finished it because I wasn't very good at it. And, like, I started a lot in there. And then when it came out on the 360, I bought it. And I think I started it like 2 or 3 times before finally making it through the end, and then, like, I pushed through that and then went through professional mode as well. To get all the achievements. And even a game like Banjo-Tooie, if I did that, because that's one that I actually considered playing.
Let's get a scan.
On device. Okay. Good God, it's windy outside. Please tell me he's here and not back on Havarl. He's back on Havarl, isn't he? What a douchebag. So I'll speak to Reika about my findings. Not even. Okay. But yeah, like this game here, I started once and didn't get very far. And then like the next time I picked it up, I went through the entire game, and then twice I went through the entire game like I'm doing now for the Let's Play, you know, doing everything, getting everything. Making sure I got all the side missions and everything done. And then I burned through it again on the
We're going to need to research
yeah,
the
I've already
tech
done
for the
that.
other Pathfinders as soon as we can. Fold orbit is steady.
But then I went through it again on the hardest difficulty to get my last achievement. So, I mean, like, I remember pretty, like, obviously you would think I would remember the main story, or well, I do remember the main story a little bit better than I remember the side missions, because obviously when I went through it on the hardest difficulty, I just burned through the, it was New Game Plus, I do believe. So, like, I just burned through the main storyline just to get the achievement. Because, you know, if you've been watching my Let's Plays, you know I don't really care for playing on the hardest difficulty. I don't see the point. Because in the end, the person who beat it on hard accomplished the exact same goal as the person who beat it on easy. I mean, you saved the world, or the galaxy, or the princess, or whatever, you know, depending on what game you're playing. Or you didn't, if that's the way the game ends. I mean, you know, either way. And there are very few games that have differences depending on any. I mean, like, I know that a bunch of the Halo games have it where if you beat it on Legendary that you get, like, a separate ending. I think there might even be some where if you beat it on Legendary with all the skulls that you even get a separate ending from the Legendary one. But I mean, I don't think that they ever actually change a whole lot. So, I mean, you know, whatever. Like I said, I just don't see the point. Although I did beat Halo 3 and ODST on Legendary. I did 3 with my cousin, and then ODST I did kind of solo. Like, I started it with one of my friends, and then they left. Not like the country or anything. It's just like we were sitting there playing it one day, and then they went home, and I just sat there and finished it with their controller still on, and I just used their character as a spawn point. And I was honestly tempted to continue like beating Halos, getting them on Legendary and or finishing them on Legendary and whatnot. And then fucking Reach came out and was like, oh, beat it on Legendary solo. It's like, fuck you.
Ah, Ryder. Grab a seat.
So afterwards, the cat got twitchy. Took me a while to get back.
The idea of Salarians figuring out exaltation must keep them up at night.
Oh, I hope so.
So you're finding out the Kett's dirty exaltation secrets?
That's the plan. Your star maps were helpful, by the way.
You're welcome. Between us, charting the Scourge and Ryder's vault data, the Kett will run out of bolt holes.
I'll send you our latest.
I'll take a copy as well. Anything to expand the search grid.
Still hunting down the stasis pods.
And finding them. Having a partner AI makes one hell of a difference. I guess I need to train a successor, and figure out how to prepare them.
Better to find your wings as you fly. Worked for us, didn't it?
More groundwork would have helped in the early days.
Huh. Well, that's worth knowing.
In the meantime, we've a serious matter to deal with. The first vintage bottled in Andromeda. Sent as a gift.
A good thing I brought my flask. Damn, that smells good.
Since we've got a moment to ourselves, shall we toast?
To the great adventure, and all the mysteries waiting for us.
All right. So that was, I do believe, the side mission of just, like, show up and have a party, which I don't think actually registered to our log even, so Reika. There we are.
Ryder, always a pleasure. I hear you're assisting Major Salem Varn's investigation into Dr. Adden.
You know Salem?
I met him once or twice. A remarkable agent, despite his age. Unfortunately, my attempts to aid him have stalled.
What do you make of Salem's theory that someone betrayed your people?
It seems monstrous, but the more I consider it, the more the facts seem to fit. I've tried enlisting Ark leadership, those who woke first, but they've been busy, unhelpful, or both. Perhaps we should get creative.
Hey, if we don't break the rules, who will?
One of the Ark officers who woke early, Rand Lawn, has an apartment here. If he's too busy to help, you could scan around, carefully, see what you can find.
Alright. So let's go snooping into a Salarian's personal shit here. See, now the thing is like, I don't remember how long the last few missions take. Because, I mean, like, I could very well just, like, once we hit an hour, stop the recording and cut this into 2. But like I said before, I don't want to leave the, like, I want to do the last mission all at once. So when we're actually done the recording, I might look up how many main missions we actually have left. Because, I mean, if it is 2, then that would mean that we'd be finished it this week if I get through this mission. Because this should be the last side mission, I do believe, anyway, in the game. I don't think that we have any in between the final 2 missions. I could very easily be wrong. Like I said, it's been a while since I played this game. So.
Locked.
Of course it is.
I may be able to hack this, Pathfinder.
Of course you can.
And we're in. Definitely the apartment Reika mentioned.
I like how you say that, even though when we come in, it is exactly the same apartment as every other fucking person on here seems to... What the hell is that? Talcum powder. I have a feeling that might be important at some point. Here are the estimates you asked for, adjusted for current inflation on the Nexus. Whatever, congratulations again on Perchero's safe return. I appreciate even one reply. 12 invites in 12 days have kept me distracted. I hope those 3 junior staff are still accompanying you. It's probably simpler to book space for 12 on the commons and 4 on the mezzanine, plus 1 just in case. That way, if we need one more place, we're prepared. See you on the 18th. This is an automated reminder for Tech Rand. Your prescription is ready to pick up from Medical Dispensary 02, auto-generated by MedMod. Alright. Doesn't seem to... oh, what is this?
Freshly vacuumed.
Traces of dust still remain. Based on the Scourge radiation count, they came from a remote world.
So Rand Lawn, or someone in his apartment, went exploring out there.
Right.
Password protected. Little help, Sam?
Accessing. It contains financial and personnel reports. However, the EM signature suggests data was recently cleaned.
Okay. Oh, that's supposed to be talcum powder. Why is it like glowy blue like that? I guess because it's just like indicating that, hey, there's dust there. I mean, that seems to be it. I don't... Unless like I fucked up because I scanned the talcum powder beforehand.
It's been watered recently.
A single fiber is caught on a leaf. It shows traces of novetamine.
A drug?
A neurodepressant reported in some Andromeda wildlife. This plant is not one of them.
Okay, something's fishy. Sam, can you work out which planet the dust on the floor came from?
I have a candidate. No record of any official visit. Once in orbit, I can approximate a nav point.
Okay. Guess we're heading to another planet.
What are you doing in my apartment?
You must be Rand Lawn.
Yes. You're the one who saved our Ark. What are you doing here?
I'm conducting an investigation about the Salarian Ark. I wanted to check a few things.
Ah, I did hear about this. I was too busy to assist. I suppose I'll have to make the time. What do you need?
I'd like to ask Dr. Aiden a few questions. Do you know him? Or where he is?
Oh yes. Aden's some sort of biologist. We were among the first to wake up. Difficult times. I haven't seen him since the Ark was rescued. Why Aden?
Salen Varn mentioned...
Salen? Huh, I see. If the Major's at it again, this makes more sense.
What do you mean?
No, I won't spread rumors. You can go, but I wouldn't break into any more homes on Salen's advice.
If I've been misled, I should hear these rumors.
The Major is brilliant, but he's just been in STG too long. He's been bothering us with conspiracies since he woke up. It's common in retired agents. They can't navigate a world without espionage.
I see.
Look, let's forget this happened. For the Major's sake. Goodbye, Pathfinder.
Yeah,
Still got that
shocking.
planet
The
idea?
dust came from Eladin. The dustiest planet we know of. But anyway. Yeah, I still don't know. Like, because like we're closing in on an hour now. And I mean, like I said, I could cut it into two, make it the 2 half-hour parts. But then, you know, if I, you know, I will. I'll do it. I'll do it anyway. Because like I said, the next game that we're going to play after this is going to be Assassin's Creed. It's not going to be out for next week anyway, I don't think. Let me do a quick search here. But I'm pretty sure, I want to say it's the 11th. The 10th, I was close. I mean, close enough. I'll take it.
Welcome back.
So if I cut these in two, they will come. Well, so then, yeah. So the 10th is a Tuesday. So I mean, it will come out on the day that, you know, my first video would actually come out. So yeah, actually, that would be perfect then. So assuming that this is the last side mission, and then my final two video, and then like I only have 2 videos left after that, my final Mass Effect video will come out on Valhalla's release date, and then I can record Valhalla immediately and get it out on the Thursday. I mean, that's perfect actually, if I split this into 2. So yeah, that's perfect. So yeah, you're obviously, you would already know that I split it into 2, which is probably got to be annoying at times, because it isn't the first time where it's like, do I split this into 2 or not? And then it's like, well, obviously you did, because, you know, I never think of it, you know, at the beginning of the video. It's always, you know, when we're clearly into the second one, usually probably almost done the second one before I start thinking about it, right?
We're on course.
Of course we are. So yeah, we should be able to finish this the same day Valhalla comes out, and then I'll have to obviously record or work out a little bit different recording schedule for myself for that week, but I mean, it should be fine. And I can't fucking wait. I don't know very much about the settlement system that's in there. I don't know very much about the combat. Like, I don't know if the combat's going to be as, I don't know if complex is the right word, but I don't know, like, if it's going to be like Odyssey's combat. I wouldn't mind that. How much stealth is going to be in it, I don't know. I mean, you are playing as like a giant Viking, so I mean, how stealthy are you going to be? I don't know. I imagine since it's Assassin's Creed, though, you will be stealthy. I mean, you were stealthy in Odyssey, and I don't think that Greek mercenaries are really known for being stealthy. Otherwise, they would be called Greek assassins. And you were never an assassin in Odyssey, so. Alright. So yeah, if the old guy is going, I guess senile wouldn't necessarily be the right word. Oh wow, that's like way out in the middle of fucking nowhere. Alright. Then there is a very good chance that this guy hasn't betrayed anyone. I mean, Sam really didn't say anything when we scanned the Kett guy. Now granted, there was a Kett at the location where the guy sent us, that had a communication device implanted, but I mean, is that not normal for Kett? I mean, they have to communicate somehow.
Remnant Abyssal!
Where? Seriously, where? I don't... Gonna like... Oh. Oh. It's one of those fiend thing. I don't think that they're fiends though, unless the Kett got a hold of them. What the hell? I don't remember what they're called even. I was gonna call it an Elcor, but I know that that's not correct, although they do look fairly similar. Alright. Let's see what we got here.
These are the approximate coordinates extrapolated from the Salarian apartment.
And nothing.
There's sand traps all over. Let's look under the surface.
Oh, here's something. Oh, come on, just... there.
Something was here, then dragged that way.
Okay, well, they're not actually giving us any more information, but... Boop, boop, bop, boop, bop, boop, bop, boop. Let's see here. I mean, we're going to find something, I would hope, at the end of this. Now, they're dragged that way. Now, the question is should I be doing this? Because, I mean, there is a question mark over there. Oh. So, I mean, there's a good chance that there is, like, an actual... That whatever we're going is the actual location.
I'd be careful. Out here, they're dangerous.
The trail leads right to them.
Yeah, it does. Oof.
Clean.
Oof. Wow. Died twice he did. That shot hurt him. That shot took him out so good. Oh man, they don't know what to do. We're too far away.
Salin?
Where?
Still breathing.
Pass the metagel. Let's get him back on his feet.
Will we? I mean, we're nowhere near him. I mean, is that guy actually alive? That looks like it might be like an anarchist guy, which might be why he's not dying from one shot. Oh, that one seemed to have hurt him. There he goes. Are you dead or... No, you're alive. You're moving. Now you're not. Okay, nice of you to continue to take cover where I can see you. Oh, 74 experience, but I don't know why I got experience when there was still... Got him. Still enemies. Still 2 enemies. Once more, taking cover right where other guys have died. Oh, that was a... What are those called? That must have been an Asari one. Oh, I actually see him. I didn't notice you right away. Goodbye. There we are. I'm just gonna run down there. Oh, I saw that. I don't... They kind of blend in with like the machinery that's there, which is why I'm like... Good Christ, are you shitting me right now? Another one. Fuck off and die. Like, stop.
Got 'em all.
Are you sure? Because, I mean, there sure seem to be a lot of them popping up out of nowhere. Hey, Salin.
Salin, what happened to you?
Salem. Very familiar for our first real meeting.
You don't remember us?
I contacted you, hoping one of my suspects would do something reckless, and unfortunately, he did. I imagine I was supposed to vanish out here while he used my cloak device. Any Salem you met was Dr. Adden in disguise.
Wait, you... He asked me to analyze leads that could implicate him.
Let me guess. Adden asked you to scan those leads. I suspected the traitor was hiding messages on optical encoders. Those messages were the real proof I needed, but a powerful scanner like yours would wipe them. Adden used you and, my investigation to cover his tracks. Canny bastard.
I examined an apartment belonging to a Salarian officer, Rand Lon. The clues there led me to you.
Interesting. That confirms my suspicions. Everything comes back to our Ark. Adden didn't have the clearance to alter logs or affect the nav computer, yet he's obviously guilty. I suspect Adden is the front man for a conspiracy involving the Kett. He's the key to blowing it open.
Oh, God. I don't know. I mean... I'm talking to the same guy that I apparently already met. Now, what he just said could make sense. I mean, but at the same time, you know, at the same time, there's no real reason that this guy couldn't beat Aiden in disguise, although he was shot by the scavengers, but that doesn't really make too much of a, let's see here. Fuck it.
Right. Except Adden got rid of anything we had on him, and I'll bet Rand Lon has disappeared.
Adden. Ah, he forgot the dart he poisoned me with. Still in there, with the ballistics intact. Contact Adden, feign ignorance, and ask for a meeting. I'll be there to arrest him.
We'd need somewhere to meet Adden. Somewhere neutral.
There are caves on Kadara that might be suitable.
Oh, Lord.
Send the word.
Fucking Kadara, man. Alright, so I guess now we'll head to Kadara. So I looked up what the difference is between them. That choice there makes absolutely no difference. There's just another one. There is one, though, that makes a difference when we go to Kadara. Now, the thing is based on what I'm reading, you have two options. You have one that would change the end of this game for the better, and then you have another one that could potentially help out in a future game. Now, once again, without knowledge of whether or not another Mass Effect set in Andromeda is on the way, I mean, I'm probably just going to take the one that changes this game. So, yeah, I don't know. Once again, like, people complained a lot about your choices not having consequences in this game and that, like, in the original game, but there was a lot of choices. Like, when I played the first Mass Effect, I don't think the second one had come out yet. I know I played the first and second one before the third one came out. But, like, it took me, like, I think once the third one came out, I actually went back and changed certain choices that I made in the first game because of how they affected the third game, you know? Like, your choices had an effect in the original trilogy, but a lot of them had effects in the future. Same with, like, Dragon Age. Like, some effects that you did in Dragon Age 1 had very little effect within Dragon Age 1, even within Dragon Age 2. But then, like, you hit Inquisition, and then you start to see what some of those effects did, you know? Or what some of those choices actually affected and changed. And it was very interesting, you know? Like, going through Mass Effect 3 and seeing it's like, oh, wow, I did that, like, way back in Mass Effect 1. Like, if you never played 3, the main bit of it is you're supposed to be gathering resources, which includes people, materials, yada, 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 for helping to build this weapon against the Reapers, you know? And, one of the things that you can get is the Rachni. And if you kill the Rachni, whatever. If you kill the queen in the first game, you meet a queen in the third game, not in the second one. I don't think the Rachni have anything to do with the second game. But in the third one, you meet one, and then if you save that, so if you kill the queen in the first one and then save the queen in the second one, or in the third one, you actually lose resources, because if you save the queen in the third one, she sends Rachni workers to help build the weapon. But if you killed the queen in the first one, it's a different queen in the third one, obviously. And she's under Reaper control, and the workers that she sends sabotage everything. Whereas if you save the queen in the first one, it's the same queen in the third one, and then if you save her there, she sends Arachne workers, and they're actually workers, and they help a lot. Well, I say a lot. I do believe that it adds quite a bit, because like it's just like war assets, and it's just a number, and it's like, hey, you have plus this many war assets because you did this. And then to go along with that, in this, I'm pretty sure it's the same mission.
It's a smuggler's dream.
If you did Grunt's loyalty mission in 2, he's part of the team of Krogans that gets sent to investigate where the Arachne were.
Get ready to fight.
And I'm pretty sure that if you didn't save, or if you didn't do Grunt's loyalty mission, I don't think it matters whether or not he dies. I think it just is determined by whether or not you did his loyalty mission. It's like, even if you didn't do his loyalty mission, but he still lived, you know. Then you lose the Krogan team during that mission. Depending on one of your choices, I do believe. Whereas if you had Grunt, since Grunt's a fucking badass motherfucker, he
There you are.
doesn't die, and neither does his team.
I learned you're a Kett collaborator and a murderer.
Who's one victim short?
So it's true. Old spies really do live forever.
This old spy would punch you if he wasn't carrying evidence in his chest.
I tried to give you a decent burial, Major. There was no time to convince you of our cause.
Selling your Ark to the Kett makes no logical or tactical sense.
To you, because you lack data. Several of us woke early, prepped the Ark, and then we found the Kett, an unstoppable enemy. So we made a pact. Sacrifice our Ark to the Kett and learn their secrets, so one day we could destroy them along with their exaltation.
Hey, I know how not to get exalted. Get ourselves exalted, you idiot.
Listen, there is an empire of Kett beyond Helios. All-powerful conquerors who will invade us eventually. The secrets we learn could stop our extinction before it begins. Give us our freedom, and they're yours. Don't let this go to waste.
What exactly are you offering?
The intricacies of the Kett Empire. Vassals, potential weak points, exaltation secrets.
Which we can't confirm. And you could have pulled out of your cloaca.
We had to sacrifice civilians for this, Major. Will you let that be for nothing?
Put this traitor where he belongs, Major.
Let the other Salarians take a swing at him first.
Arrest me, and you'll never find the others.
I've got nothing but time to look. I'm retired, remember? Me, Reika, the others, we all owe you for this ride. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need a militia pickup, the doctor, and the biggest drink on the Nexus.
So yeah, like I said, that choice saves, changes the ending of this a little bit. Pretty much anything that changes the ending only changes it a little bit. I think that there's really only 2 or 3 things that actually leave like a huge impact on the ending, you know, as with most games, you know. Because basically it's whether or not like one person lives is more or less like the major change at the end. Because once again, without a sequel, there's a lot less to know what exactly happens and whatnot, you know, whatever. Because you do get a little bit of a epilogue at the end, but it's kind of like, actually the closest thing I could think would be Dragon Age Origins. Like if you finish Dragon Age Origins, you go to like a party at the end, and that's exactly what you do here, is go to a party at the end. All right, so I'm assuming we'll get that at some point. I've done all my research. I need to dismantle my gear and everything, so that'll be it for this part. Next part, we'll head to Meridian. That part will probably be a longer part, but in between then and now, I will upgrade all of my gear up to level 60. So we should be able to tear through it. And yeah, the next couple parts should be the final ones. So thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you on Saturday for more.